like I've always maintained, if wrong has been committed, whoever was involved in such must face whatever the rules are. But what the foreign affairs minister did was just needless. The embassy is not just for issuing of visas. It does more than that. Trade facilitation, diplomatic engagements and all that. So if he's going to take that, his knee-jerk approaches to issues and his I catch you on Facebook and all those things to foreign ministry, then he's going to really embarrass this country. You found out, and from what I gather, this investigation had been going on for a while. And Beatrice, I think you have to be introducing Beatrice as a presidential staffer. I think he still, oh, you did? Yeah. She needs to remember that they are in government. They are not in opposition. She has a fixation with the MPP. It's not what is going to solve Ghanaian problems. We are in June.
No, we'll punish you when
we are in June.
Don't worry.
We are in June.
We'll punish you when
we are in June. There are things Ghanaians want to see. So they need to tone down their fixation with the MPP. Where are we now? We are in opposition, and there's nothing. There are things that Ghanaians complain about, thought could have been done better. We didn't do some, we did the best that we could do. Ghanaians thought that, look, we want a new approach, and you come and you're still towing the same line. We can only wish them well. But this knee-jerk reaction to shutting down embassies and writing on Facebook, I don't think it fits into diplomatic behavior. And the foreign affairs minister must learn. He's representing the Republic of Ghana, not Okujato Ablakwa. He's now the president, the foreign affairs minister of the Republic of Ghana. He can't be doing all his Facebook, I catch you things and throwing things around. Yes,
what's wrong with
the gentleman has
the
done
gentleman
something.
Was he even visa rackets.
Annie, does the embassy deal in only issuing of visas?
What's your point?
No. The embassy in Washington doesn't deal in only issuing of visas. What was the gentleman alleged to have done? It had to do with visa and systems and all those things. Like I said, from what I gather, the investigations had gone on for a while. Yes, you've come, you want to implement whatever recommendations have come out of it. Do you have to shut down the whole embassy and embarrass the Republic of Ghana like this? Is that what he wants to be doing in foreign affairs? There's no long talk about it.
What would have been the best situation?
No, but the gentleman in question has been named. You found him. There are measures to these things. Does the whole, all the foreign services have to suffer because a gentleman misconducted himself?
Yes, but you see, if you look at the thrust of the matter or the crust of it, it doesn't have to do with just the gentleman who was found out involved in the visa racketeering, situation. It was also a management problem where, of course, if you have staff who are recording visas on a daily basis but are not able to juxtapose revenue coming in against what it is recording, it means that
so you have to shut the whole
is ineffective.
Embassy down.
But you see, he swapped.
No, you have to shut it all down. So
what is the guarantee? No, but if you move people
what is the guarantee that those you brought in?
So he should keep the same people and continue.
No. I'm sorry. What's your question?
What is your guarantee that those were not to cast any doubt on whoever the new team are, but this was specific to visa issues.
It was not just visa issues.
It was what?
It was the whole management system.
So the whole embassy.
Yes.
Of course. That's what
the foreign affairs minister wasn't working. So you have to shut it down.
And let's move on.
What happened to prudence? What happened to gradual way of doing things? No, Annie, don't laugh. If you have an issue with management at Metro TV, will you shut down your TV?
If the whole staff is ineffective, yes.
Oh, you will?
Yes.
No, I think you need to talk to your management before.
If
we are going to be shutting down institutions just because we found an anomaly in one department.
Okay, hold on. Let me ask this question.
It was not one.
I know you have a soft spot for the foreign
Is
affairs
it-
minister.
No.
But please,
You see-
let's look at this from the angle of the
So
Republic
hold
of
on.
Ghana.
Is this because drastic measures of this nature never really happens in our dispensation?
What is drastic
So this really
nature
looks
of
so
this?
strange to us.
People get sacked all the time for misconducting themselves. Even in public service, just because they are not in the eye of the media. People get sacked. People get interdicted. People get suspended all the time within public service and civil service. Right. That's why there are disciplinary committees and all those things. Even in country, you follow all those processes. Then you think you should just shut down a whole embassy. Is that the best approach to solving it? Nobody denies the fact that when someone is shortchanging this nation.
Okay.
Before I started, you asked me a question. I listed the litany of issues in one region alone out of 16 regions. So if anybody shortchanges this country, because whatever revenue they are making there, it also adds up to the revenue of the republic. But that doesn't mean that what he did is akin to killing a fly with a bulldozer. That's what he did.
All right.
And that shouldn't be encouraged.
So I'm saying that I think Lawuratu doesn't understand or
Really?
does not appreciate what the foreign affairs minister is doing or said before took the actions that he did. There is an issue that we are not being told affects a department. It's not as if the embassy runs 10 different services and one service has been compromised. We are saying that the information that the minister has shows that everybody in that embassy has been compromised. And so if everybody has been compromised, you leave who to investigate what? And who set up what committee to do what? The question you should be asking is what, or you should be telling us is that the minister should have done A, B, C, D. Or by so doing, the minister breached a certain international protocol. That is the level at which you should be having the discussion. And not just saying that because I disagree with what the minister did, then he did something wrong.
And you see, the same way we have issues and we have complaints in our institutions. And I'm saying this because Beatrice mentioned that Washington is not the only point in the US, for instance. Right. We have embassies across the country. I wish your show was a phone, you had a phone-in session and you open it up for people living abroad or people who have had experiences with our embassies. I mean, people do the best that they can do. But like in every establishment, there are always bad nuts. There are people who try to take advantage of the systems and all that. I had an experience with a relative at our mission in New York. And before that, I'd heard people say, oh, I paid, I didn't get a receipt.
Visa.
I paid my passport was supposed to get to me at a particular time. It didn't get to me. I had to follow a relative to the New York office. And I ended up meeting the person in charge of the mission, like the public servant in charge of the mission. Sometimes we need to be able to communicate some of these things. How many embassies is the Foreign Affairs Minister going to shut down to deal with some of these systemic challenges? That's why you keep reviewing your systems and upgrading them.
Really?
You get it? It's not a matter of just sacking. So at the end of the day, if you close and sack everybody and take new ones, how many foreign service staff do we have? You end up coming for the ones you sacked before into another mission. So if we are going to do a holistic review and strengthening our systems, that should be it. But there's a knee-jerk reaction of just shutting down an embassy just because there's an issue. And that is not to downplay the issue that is. And the gentleman himself, I'm told, has been
denied.
speaking.
So we're told that he spoke with Obi.
Yes.
Brian is
He's
saying
been
that he spoke with
speaking
Obi
on,
and he has
other
denied all the...
stations. I haven't listened to him.
But that's not how to solve these problems.
Come
Your
again.
denial does not necessarily settle the matter.
No, but Annie, an investigation has gone on, right? there's suspension, there's closure of the thing.
And
the minister himself thinks that it's his Facebook page that he should be communicating these things. No matter how wrong the person is, you have to go through some of the... No, please. Beatrice, don't do
no, the way you make it look like
you're no longer in
the
opposition.
Minister, no,
you're presidential staff now.
I urge you to follow.
You get it?
To
so
follow
the gentleman
President
is talking
Obama.
Everything is all over the media. So he also needs to come out. But what I know, especially in diplomatic side, you give the person a hearing. Has he already been charged with whatever he's alleged to have done? What are the punitive measures
you heard
for
what
that?
I read? That the
get it.
The Attorney General has been giving the doses
exactly
to deal with it. So I mean,
so that is the approach to go. But if you go talking, the person will also be forced to come out and talk as to what he's saying.
So he shouldn't have spoken
as to the veracity.
Yes.
No, but
that's
I think that apart from letting us know that this has happened, I think that until you are sure of what the conclusion is, some of these talks should be limited. Now, the Attorney General has been given the thing.
You said that after letting us know, how should he have done that?
How should he have done
without
what?
using Facebook?
Without
using...
No, listen, Annie. You found that something was going on. And like I said, the investigation, from what I gather, has been going on for some time because the complaints were becoming way too many.
In fact, Kofi Tonto even granted an interview.
Okay.
And said
I
that,
to
yes,
that
and
when
said
he was
that
there.
the guy, Kofi Tonto, suspected that the guy was doing something. So he also started an investigation before you guys left office.
So investigations have been going on. Yes, you've come. It is, then what do we say about it? And like I said, let me emphasize this before anybody thinks that I'm condoning bad. If the gentleman has done wrong, he must face the music. Anybody who shortchanges this country must face whatever the consequences are. But everybody, like we say, and Beatrice is sitting here, what do the lawyers say? Everybody is innocent until proven guilty by a court of competent jurisdiction. Right. So this is what has been unearthed at the Washington mission. This gentleman is involved. Whatever it is has been given to the Attorney General's department. He will have his day to explain it. I haven't listened to whatever interview he's granted on it, but definitely he also has something to say. But if it comes out that he's done what he's done and shortchanged this country, whatever punitive measures need to be applied, whatever sanctions need to be applied. But if you're going to be shutting down, and that's the thing, if you're going to be shutting down embassies like this, how many are you going to shut down? How many people are you going to be taking there?
Aged diplomats.
Yes.
Prior to this matter.
Okay.
Who have also explained to me, in fact, having worked in DC,
okay,
they've explained to me how far people can go
okay,
in, having their way around the system. And one is telling me that the gentleman is not being truthful. But you see, it's not his word.
I haven't listened to him. I've heard he's had an interview.
It's neither his word nor not his word against the foreign ministry.
Okay.
The foreign ministry has come out with allegations. All they have to do is to investigate to the latter so that we come to a conclusion. Well, he has a freedom to, speak and deny.
Of course.
And we don't have the right to even condemn him.
He's on the line.
Yes, exactly. So that's about what
But you see what you said. You see what you said defeats Beatrice's thing of saying that it's been happening for 5 years and nobody did anything. So this is wrong.
Beatrice was trying to say,
so you see, this is something that from what you say, from these experienced diplomats, people have been finding ways around our systems for a long time. And that is where making sure that we strengthen our systems come in, rather than just shutting down embassies.
You get it.
You can never get my argument. You refuse to get it.